WCGF here with another local match. It's going to be actually a slobber knocker, one of my favorite types of matchups here, the ones where it's up for grabs until somebody makes a decisive hit. It is late when I'm recording this. We're going to have James taking on CJ. We got Blue Tag Team Android 13, a powerhouse in that particular era, versus a relative old newcomer with Nappa. Okay, it looks like CJ is going to go ahead and win the initial roll there. It's going to go ahead and go over to CJ. CJ's going to draw his 3.
Like 17, 18, 16.
Yeah, anything like that. Or he gets an anger. Or if he plays a card that has Android.
Okay, and he's going to go ahead and pass and rejuvenate that one particular blue physical attack. The one that lets him rejuvenate three allies from his discard pile. A very wise card to place into the game for later use. Okay, he's going to go ahead and resolve Blue Tag Team Mastery and pull out his Android ally on the first turn here. That on his opponent's first turn. Okay, it looks like, I'm sorry guys, I hate to say it, this many years in, we're like 20 years in, I don't know how many decades we've been watching Dragon Ball, and I still cannot remember who's who at 14 and 15. I kid you not, I still cannot remember. But he pulls out one of them, the purple midget. Okay, and now finally James gets to begin his turn proper. He draws his 3 cards. He got some nice looking stuff, but not enough to go in on, I don't think. At least not given what I'm seeing here. So he is going to not go in on this combat. He is going to pass and rejuvenate. He rejuvenates at face strike, which is a good idea. It raises anger 1 level on the rejuvenation because of Saiyan empowered mastery. It's going to go back over to CJ. CJ is going to draw his 3. He's got a handful of them upside down, looks like. He's got some excellent material there. I'm going to say this is a good hand to go in on.
But you got to realize they're also part human. So
okay, he's going to go ahead and resolve his ally's ability, the one that allows him to pull out and destroy an Android name card, which in this case is going to be Android 13's impenetrable defense.
Is like Krillin's the strongest human in the world, but he can still keep up pace with people. And like with the way that the power gap and how it always works, Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin actually gain power faster than Goku ever did.
James is making an interesting observation here, where if one, and I know that this might be a little too much, it's over observation of the show, Dragon Ball, but yes, technically Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, Krillin all actually gain strength faster and more smoothly than the Saiyans ever did. They don't plateau as easily, which is kind of bizarre when you think about it. They simply don't get any opportunities to be able to train. I'll always want to just punch Akira Toriyama right in the face for the time when he had Tien pass on fighting in the, being able to go in the hyperbolic time chamber. Okay, and CJ resolves his effect, destroys impenetrable defense, raises anger 2 levels. He does declare combat. James draws his 3 cards in response. He's going to open up with Android 13's physical attack. It's definitely got some moves there. Ooh, he stops it with the Fan Z block, the one that makes his opponent skip their next action. He does skip, he attacks, again, and destroys the Android ally with Nappa's level 1 physical with his hit effect.
Oh, yeah, so sorry. Nope.
No hit effects? Nice, nice. Okay, it looks like it was not a hit effect. So let me, for forgetting that about Nappa's level 1, he just stopped with Android 13's impenetrable defense. It does cause James to lose some power stages.
Okay.
And remember, combat is over, essentially. Okay, James gets to respond with...
Yep. Wall breaker for 1.
With a 1-stage wall breaker, which is a really, really good early game thing, which I'll say one thing. I don't think I've fought this particular deck without getting that early game wall breaker on me in quite a while. Okay, CJ gets to respond. He's going to go ahead and throw a vicious strike. It's going to be a pretty good sized hit if James doesn't stop it. I don't remember if James has more than 1 block in his deck. Or rather, excuse me, in his hand, not his deck. Wow. Okay, he stops the raise anger 1 level with arm catch. He's going to go ahead and throw... Wow, these are some pretty good lockdowns here. This is really powerful to be able to lock down Android 13. Wow. And he stops with another Android 13's impenetrable defense. And I didn't realize CJ had raised his anger from using Android 13's impenetrable defense the first time he blocked with it because it raised it with his level 1 Android 13 power. So combat has ended because basically nobody could do anything. James did lose a few stages from the stage loss effect. Okay, he's going to put into play. Nice. Going to put a Saiyan and Rage into play. And James is not going to go into this combo. He passes Rejuvenates, and he's going to go ahead and I'm sure he's going to remember to power up Nappa. No, he did. That's right. 2 stages. And he goes back over to CJ. CJ has really good stuff here, but you got to remember he's just in lockdown mode until he can do something here, because he could just transform past this with his level 1 and 2 abilities, or he could anger up past this without wall breaker on. Okay, he's going to go pass and rejuvenate this particular blue energy tackle, so I can't think of its name. He goes back over to James. James gets some good stuff here. Nice.
That's my ice.
Saiyan pregame, still
That's my
the initiative stealer. I am always amazed how much Saiyan needed Saiyan pregame, but how annoying I find it to actually fight against. He powers of Nappa a wee bit, and he goes back over. Oh, he's going to rejuvenate Arm Breaker. He's going to go back over to CJ. Now, here's the problem, you guys. CJ's in basically a bad spot. He's had his 2 major mechanics, removed. Oh, gosh. Is James going to go into combat here? Or is... Oh, no. CJ's going to go ahead and go into combat here. Oh, my goodness. Yep, he does it. And James chooses not to use Saiyan pregame. Nice. He opens up a defensive effect, lowers James' anger 1 level. He can no longer raise anger for later combat.
It's kind of funny. So, clinch.
Ooh, and clinch. Everybody's favorite Saiyan attach card ever in the history of ever attaches. It's going to be a 6 power stage physical. Not a good sign. Not a good sign.
I don't gain anger, but I do gain 3 stages.
Yeah, he gains 3 stages from the Saiyan empowered hit effect. Okay, he's going to go ahead and throw a sobering hammer. Going to go ahead and do searching for an ally, bring him into play. There we go. 14, I want to say, comes into play. He ends up blowing up some of his Android name cards. Okay, James got to finish taking his damage from Sobering Hammer's effect, which is still pretty good. Ain't too bad.
Nappa for 6 kill.
He destroys 14, so 14 and 15 are now 14 and 15 are now destroyed. But unless he's level 2, it's not good. Okay, he takes a little bit of life card damage from that hit, being already at 0, and has, of course, that flat damage doubling.
Yeah.
Okay, he throws 13's physical and stops him with Saiyan Outrage. And he is stronger. That's right, folks. You just saw Nappa be stronger than Android 13. He responds with, I forgot what this card is actually named. It's the Saiyan physical attack that has 5-stage damage. Pull out a Saiyan style ally, or Saiyan ally from your life deck. I always thought it was discard pop for his targeting, but no, he pulls out Turles, so that's going to buff some mighty damage there.
5 stages above 0. So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 14.
14 stages of damage. That is really, really impressive. At some point in the future, I'm going to assume Saiyan Clinch is going to get some clarification and errata that says its base damage is doubled, not its, all the pluses and all the modifications. Excuse me. It'll probably just mention damage buff is before modifications. Just in case. He's going to go ahead and throw out this attack and lowers James' anger 1 level.
Yeah, and I'm going to make it prevent all damage.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and prevent all damage on the hit. You can pitch a card for the, what do they call that? For the critical damage effect. He really should have killed one of the allies. Why try to stick him on the level? Kill his allies! What are you doing, CJ? So that's the only minor misplay I've seen at this point with CJ. He basically suffered from bad luck. For those of you who don't think that's a thing, you might think again. Okay, we see if James has any more actions.
Me, because I was debating whether or not to use that, right?
He's just remembering that CJ initiated combat.
Okay. Yeah, to use
Okay, combat is going to go ahead and end, and it goes back to James.
That's my bad.
And like I said, unfortunately, unlike a lot of characters, like it's kind of a funny thing. We found out that like Android 19, wall breakering him or anything like that early game is pointless. Because all he'll eventually do is all he has to do is land one hit on you on his level 1, eventually do critical damage and call it good. He could do 0 damage. Okay, so James did begin his turn. He did power up, and apparently he's just gonna go. He smells blood in the water. He's gonna go ahead and rush after CJ over here. CJ's gonna draw his 3. It looks like dead cards already. I'm looking at it. That's not a good hand. Oh, okay. No, I'm wrong. James did not declare combat. I don't know why I thought it was something going for saying pregame. He's going to go and pass, rejuvenate, and I believe he's holding on to a physical attack, a physical block, excuse me. So it goes back to being James' turn.
Sorry. You may. I missed that. That's my misplay. Oh, your other deleter. Thanks for revealing that.
Okay, so James got some amazing stuff out here. Bardock Uzaru is already out there. Dang, that's a mean one.
You know what?
Oh my goodness.
Let's go in. Yeah, where'd you get the one that rejuvenated? I rejuvenated.
Okay, he is going to be bold enough to go ahead and initiate a combat. There's CJ going to go ahead and draw his 3 in response. And of course, James does have he has the initiative here. He's going to Sobering Hammer it is. So everybody's favorite card ever, Sobering Hammer. Wow, and all of his allies are out there. Bardock. Wow. He's going to go ahead and throw Knee Catch. Knee Block? Knee Catch? All of a sudden I can't remember. It shows him the top 3 cards in his life deck and he gets to use them. All of them would be devastating. He would get all of his allies back. Or he would get, another way to pull his allies back or a way to end combat. He gave him ball 7 for ending combat? Wow, what a bold move.
To be honest, because I would have been 4 or 5 and I've only got 2 cards in my hand.
It's true, Wallbreaker kept this from being a much more even game. Okay, he's going to go ahead and ball 7 in combat from his hand, and that is the end of that story. And of course, CG's remembering to keep track of his banish zone to make sure he doesn't discard stuff. I'd say hold on to Bomber, forget everything else. The other guys are neat, but they're not worth holding on to. Not in comparison. Okay. And CJ gets to begin his next turn, and that might have kept this one from actually spiraling too far out of control, ending this match prematurely.
I mean, that Bardock, he's at 10.
Excuse me.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to...
Okay, son of a gun. And CJ does declare combat. It goes over to James. James is going to...
I gained 3 stages, so I'm going to have to gain 3 stages.
Wow, he's going to use the same pregame.
And then I
Does a rejuvenation of this card. And then, of course, gets to makes CJ skip his first action.
So I go first.
And I'm assuming CJ remembered that pregame was in play. And then it was going to go back over here. And he is going to face strike. Or Mastery plus the 2 is going to go ahead and make him level.
EP stages. I'm in Seed or
Wow, AT stages. He's got a lot of pluses in play here. Never seen a face strike hit so hard. 8 power stage face strike. CJ took that like a pro. Not going to help his cause for what he's trying to do here. He needed power stages to be able to do stuff. I don't know why did CJ just take that hit when he had a block in play. Oh, I get it, because one of the giant physicals that would end his life was out there. He's going to rejuvenate his allies, which is great. And back out, get able to do stuff. I don't even know if there's even 3 in there, but they're getting rejuvenated. Wow, and James, of course, has the right number of blocks, always. Even number of blocks. So he raises anger from the block, and he's going to go ahead and throw Nappa's level 2 physical. He's going to raise his anger 1 level.
That's mine. So raise my anger 1. So it's going to be AT plus 2, so 4, 5, 6 stages.
A 6 power stage physical.
Plus I'm in C3. Yeah. So 9 stages. I don't think that would have been.
Okay, so he's calculating damage from his level 2 attack. And he's going to go ahead and take some life card damage. Fiendishly terrible. Loaded. And a defensive effect shows up in time to devote its endurance and make that less than absolutely devastating. And CJ is going to has opportunity and access to, I want to say he's going to whip out a Sobering Hammer. Sobering Hammer, okay. So he is going to get to pull out his allies. And if I remember, one of his allies blows up attached cards, doesn't it? I want to say that that's what one of them does. Maybe I'm wrong.
I do want to play it. I'm actually going to go last.
Oh, blows up 15.
Let me see that man.
Not entirely sure what's going on here. I'm sorry, I'm no Android expert.
So it'd be 5 stages?
You hit him with a 5-stage physical. James shouldn't have too much trouble absorbing that with all of his allies. He does stop it with King Vegeta.
No, a lot of levels. Saiyan Rage.
Oh, look at this. And now officially CJ has no more targets for that one bleed block that blows up setups and drills. And he's going to use it to level up. He's hit level 3. Man, at least Reckless. Wow, he gets to rejuvenate, raise his anger again. And he is stronger. He gets to draw a card. Saiyan Rage is still a boss card, even after all this time. Okay, and that was James' action. It goes back over to CJ. CJ throws the physical. And another block. I know you guys are thinking, is that the fourth arm catch you've seen play this game? That was only just 3.
Nappa for 7, 8, 9, 18 stages. And if I hit, I banish a girl or not.
Wow. He's going to go ahead and stop it. Unfortunately, no viable targets or destruction. Used 1 turn too late.
Yep.
About 18 stages of whatever.
Yep.
He's going to use 14 power stages to fire off the bomber. It's going to go into CJ's hand.
Yeah, that's savage, bro.
So CJ's going to go ahead and put something in his hand. He gets another physical attack. Life cards. Oh, nice. He got the physical block that makes, no, excuse me, the energy block that makes the opponent skip. So James has a chance to respond.
5. So 10 stages.
Ugh.
And if you block it, I get to throw.
He's going to throw Bardock's attack that does 10 power stages. 10 power stages, people. Think hard about what you just heard.
5, 15, times 2. So 10 stages. I'm not. I'm at 10. Oh, you're right. Darn. Oh, I guess fine. Well, after you made that, I am thinking Cyber.
Oh, boy, CJ's on the ropes here. He's got to absorb a lot of power stages. Wait a minute. I'm not sure exactly what just happened. Did they just agree to just end this combat or something? I have no idea what just happened. Your guess is as good as mine. I was not paying close enough attention to what they were saying. Okay, so anyway, that combat somehow ended, and it goes back over to James to do his turn. He's going to go ahead and power up all of his allies, do his stuff. He's got excellent stuff. He's got Wall Breaker, Back Crash. Back Crash gets rejuvenated. He raises anger 1 level. Oh gosh, Final Fantasy Tactics theme music, I'm hearing it. And I get instant nostalgia overload. Okay, wow. CJ gets to power up just a teeny tiny bit. And he does declare combat. James is going to draw his cards in response. CJ's going to fire off an overwhelming blast. He's going to go and grab an ally from his discard pile. Goes into play.
It goes up to 4 player on mine, and you actually have to have 4
Okay, 2 power stages and 5 life cards. And that is the problem, guys. It's really, really darn hard to crit at this point. Used up what little power stages CJ had.
In most cases, everybody's going to have 18 stage.
Use Nappa's physical. Stop it, destroy, blow up that drill. Nice, nice. Prolong things a little bit.
Tell me about it.
The most.
And look at the size of the hand on him. Yeah, he does stop it. Wow. The Saiyan outrage again. Yeah. Oh, and unleashed. Everybody's favorite card, unleashed.
That was last turn. He's actually the one I used the last turn, right? Yeah, I thought it was like end of end of your next turn. Okay, so yep, so I can't do it.
Oh, okay. So Sobering Hammer's advancing effect is still in effect. So James actually could not use unleashed. I mean, you could play it, but it just wouldn't do anything. Yeah, you can play it for the attach part, but basically the advanced level part wouldn't work.
Because if they do it just on he gets all the minutes.
He's going to throw an Android arm breaker.
Well, you're pretty much it's a net.
Is it really?
And it's all prevented with King Vegeta, but it still hits and attaches. Or still, he gets his hit effect, still attaches. CJ's going to pass. And combat ends, remarkably uneventfully.
I don't think I played. I feel like I drew you. I feel like I drew you.
I forget why, but they were telling me.
Is that the one like give it to?
Yeah, so CJ did draw him in on that one. Because you can look at James' hand and just see, I did not expect to go into combat written all over it. Okay, he's going to go ahead and discard Unleashed, surprisingly. And, well, I imagine you can do it through anger. There's really no reason to go nuts with it. And it goes back over to James. James gets to begin his turn. He's going to go ahead and resolve the effect Outrage, actually, at the end of this combat. So he's going to search his deck for an attach card and attach it. Because at the time, he'd have been stronger. And a Saiyan Rescue makes its way. And then let's watch a lot of back crash combos coming back in because of this Saiyan Rescue entering the game.
You play Pokemon too?
Yeah, actually, not too often I get to, but I do on occasion. I had a pretty good Espeon on deck, and then
Oh, I love it. I don't have one, but I saw somebody use it. And,
James begins his real turn now. I can't see his hand just yet.
that's where I did those for extended. I have a.
He's certainly got plenty of targets with skull jabs.
Deck that does
He'll be level 4 in 1 or 2 actions tops. Or it should be 1 action if he gets a rejuvenation off it. So this would have been a really interesting match without the early game wall breaker and Android arm breaker.
Yeah, he's been killing me the whole game. He has this card wall breaker that stops me from getting angry. And that gets rid of it.
So you just not getting angry?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd make me angry. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, James powered up all of his guys, being very meticulous. I don't blame him, it's a lot to watch, and eventually having one stage on a guy or less eventually does matter. Okay, and he's going to go ahead and declare combat. CJ gets to draw 3 in response, still got his 1 in his hand from before. I did not get to see what he was keeping from back then.
the two things I hate to see the most is an opponent with a big
So
hand with a lot
he
of
needs a crit to knock those cards off.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I don't think there's any cards in this particular build on Android 13 that are just naturally a very large attack. You're used to piling up damage, not necessarily throwing one big one.
You're gonna have to fucking bitch anyway.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and take the damage from, I believe, Nappa's physical. No, not Nappa's physical. What do you throw at him? I can't see it.
Oh yeah, he's also at 7,000.
Wow, this one's just about over. Looking pretty grim.
Because it's 7, 8, 9, Banish.
Okay, and then, oh, it was Nappa's physical, and then the banish. Wow, there goes one of the Android allies. Man, if I was CJ, I'd try to do some kind of critical damage, even though it's darn near impossible.
Is that like a mega game going on?
That's all I could do. Throw a head knock, lower his anger to 0, slow him down at least a teeny tiny bit.
Just for that.
He does stop all the damage. Let's get into a King Vegeta again. And here comes the Saiyan Rescue back crash loop. Come on. Come on. Target back crash. When rejuvenated, go ahead and banish it. There it is.
He has the cell line that prevents damage.
So, I'm going to banish.
Okay, he's going to banish back crash, use a critical damage effect. I assume it's to kill the other android.
It's a kit. It's a crit effect. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're
Ooh,
right.
he did it.
What lower you?
Ooh, he did it. He lowered his anger. He throws.
Oh, you got her.
He throws his Android 13's physical attack. And that same physical made it in, the one that makes him skip.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I did. With that big old giant.
Oh yes, that the Android arm breaker fell off of James some time ago from that crit from a while back.
So yeah, physical.
So, block.
Okay, skip action, so James simply gets 2 actions in a row.
Life and 2.
Uh-oh, you guys looking at that life deck taking this monstrous Saiyan physical?
So 4 life, 14 stages.
Ugh, 4 life, 14 stages, and that is most certainly game.
3, 4, 5.
He does it to market as
Ow.
11. No, you survived.
Oh,
No, you survived.
he survived by 1 life card because of defensive effect, unlikely being there at the last to absorb it. So unfortunately, James gets 2 actions. Remember that was, there you go, there's your skull jab. And still, there it goes. No blocks, and the game is over. So I'm waiting to hear this in the comments. Where are my scoffers? Where are the people saying Nappa is a monster?